February 20th, 1884. After 6 days of arduous riding, the outline of the 800-foot-high butte came into view. As we neared the base of the formation, we were overcome with the feeling that we were not alone. Both of us sensed that an ancient malevolence was observing our every move. After searching around the base for a few hours, Martin discovered a doorway that was cut into the living rock. Its construction predated the arrival of the American Indians by thousands of years. It was a classic example of Cyclopean architecture. Giant skulls adorned an archway above an enormous bronze door. The door was overlaid with pictographs of religious rituals and human sacrifice. Martin lit his lantern, and we pushed open the heavy bronze door and entered the darkness, all the while wondering if we would ever see daylight again.
Good evening, and welcome to the Solo Gamers Club. In tonight's episode, Lannie and Martin have completed their 6-day ride to the butte known as Mount La Terra. This is episode 2 of season 3, and it is entitled Terror at Mount La Terra. We'll be playing the introductory mission Fistful of Darkstone, and we are required to find 2 clues that will lead us to the objective room. As this is an introductory mission, gates to the other worlds will be treated as doors. Also, for this particular mission, I will not be making a roll on the themed mission table. We'll play this as a standard introductory mission. We'll begin this mission with 1 revive token, and if you'll remember from the previous video, Martin was able to interrogate a prisoner at the sheriff's office, and he was able to squeeze some information from him that will allow us to cancel and redraw 2 exploration tokens or 2 encounter cards during this mission. So that will be very valuable to us. And we're ready to begin. We'll start with a Hold Back the Darkness roll. Our target is a 7 or greater. And we rolled a 7, so we're all right. Okay, now the heroes will activate in initiative order. Martin has an initiative of 4, Lannie has an initiative of 3, so Martin will be starting. And we're going to roll for his movement. Okay, he rolled a 6. Okay, so he's going to move ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. All right, Martin's going to look through that door, so we're going to draw a map deck card. All right, and Martin sees a blocked rail. It has an advanced encounter with it. All right, we'll get that out and set it up. All right, we've readjusted our map, and we'll place an exploration token in that room, and we'll find out what is in there. Flip that over. And that is revealed to be 1 door with 2 encounters. All right. All right, we'll make a roll and find out where our door is going to be. 1, 2, or 3 will be the north. 4 to 6 is to the south. Okay, rolled a 1, so the door is going to be to the north. In addition to the advanced encounter Collapsed Tunnel, the token will also indicate that we're supposed to have 2 other additional encounters. And those are revealed to be Flooded Passage and Feast of Demons. All right, let's read through these encounters. First one is Collapsed Tunnel. Encounter, Environment, Explore. A passage ahead is collapsed. As you approach, you hear voices from the other side. We have 2 options. We can choose to call out to them. in which we're going to roll a d6, and then it would either be lookout, there'd be an ambush attack, there'd be a future echo. You discover that the voices on the other side are your hero posse from some other point in time. Every hero recovers 1 grit and takes P horror hits from the experience. Or turn left. Next time you reveal an exploration token, draw 2 extra and choose which to use. Discard the others. Or we can listen closely. And that'll be a random hero. Luck 5 plus test. If failed, the voices turn to screams. Every hero takes d6 horror hits. Okay, that's the first one. Second one is Flooded Passage. Encounter environment water. The passage is flooded with knee-deep murky water. All movement in this map tile costs an extra movement point per space. This map tile may be scavenged up to 3 times. Also, when first drawn, roll a d6. 1 or 2 were pulled under. 3 to 4, zombies. 5 to 6, dirty water remains in play. And then finally we have Feast of Demons. Encounter active demon omen. Entering the room, you stop in your tracks. At the far end of the chamber, a horde of all manner of gruesome demonic creatures, big and small, crowd around a fetid and rotting husk, feeding on its entrails. Choose. Confront the demons. Each hero is attacked by d6 demonic creatures and must make a Spirit 4+ test. For each 4+ rolled, you defeat one of the demonic creatures, gaining 10 XP, or 15 XP if holy. For each demonic creature not defeated, take 2 wounds and 2 sanity damage, ignoring defense or willpower, before they return to the shadows. Or find another way around. Place end caps on every exit of this room to show that the path is blocked. Okay. Well, the first step is the Flooded Passage. It says here that when first drawn, we have to roll a d6 and then consult the table on the card. Okay, here is the roll. We rolled a 5. It says dirty water, no effect. All right, so that allows us, though, to scavenge the tile up to 3 times. But the movement on the map is going to be 1 extra movement point, so that's going to remain in play. We'll leave that out. All right, then we have to either play the Collapse Tunnel or the Feast of Demons. Now, we do have the ability to redraw up to 2 encounter cards or tokens. All right, I think we'll resolve the Feast of Demons. We have to confront them. Each hero is attacked by d6 demonic creatures and must make a Spirit 4+ test. Okay, we'll find out. We'll start with Martin. Martin has a Spirit value of 2. We'll start by rolling a d6, and we'll find out how many demons there are. Okay, he's got to have 2. There's 2 of them there. So he's going to get to roll a Spirit check, 4+. He has a Spirit of 2. And for every 4 or greater, he'll defeat one of those 2 demons. Okay, here's the roll. And he did. He's got successes with both. So he's defeated both demons. And that will allow him to gain 10 XP for each. So he'll earn 20 XP. That's great. And that's going to increase his XP to 40. He had 20 from the previous video. And now we'll find out how many demons Lannie has to address. Okay, here's her roll. Okay, there's 3 demons that are coming after Lannie, so she's going to have to make a Spirit roll. Her Spirit is 3, so she has 3 dice. And for every 4 or greater will be a success for her. And she was able to defeat one of those demons, so 2 of them are going to get through. So she's going to earn 10 XP for defeating the one demon, but the other 2 are going to cause her 2 wounds and 2 sanity damage each, ignoring defense and willpower. So she's going to take a total of 4 wounds and 4 sanity damage. All right, I could have used Lannie's grit, but I hate to use that this early in the game. But, well, I'll tell you what, maybe we will spend that. I'm going to spend the grit, and we're going to re-roll the 2 dice here and see if she can minimize how much damage he's going to take. Okay, here's the reroll for the grit. And it was a success on both of those. So she'll take no wound damage of any kind. That was actually pretty good use of the grit. All right, great. All right, that completes the Feast of Demons encounter. And now all we have left now is the Collapsed Tunnel. And we have a choice to either call out or we can listen closely. I think we're going to call out. It's a 6d6 roll, and only really one of them is a bad result. So we'll try that. Okay, so we're going to call out. And we rolled a 4, and it says turn left. Next time you reveal an exploration token, draw 2 extra and choose which to use. Discard the others. Okay, that's pretty good. We're going to keep that card as a reminder. I'll put that on Martin's display, and then that will tell us that we're able to draw those extra tokens. That's pretty good. And that will complete Martin's turn. We'll turn to Lannie. We'll have her roll for movement. And she rolled a 2. Okay, we'll have her move ahead 2. And then I'm going to have her explore that tile. So she's going to make an exploration roll. That's a 3d6 roll. And on any 6, for each 6 she gets to draw a scavenge card. And she's got no successes. There are 1 and 2 2s. Okay, that's going to end Lannie's turn, and then we'll start a new round. All right, we're going to make a Hold Back the Darkness roll. I've made a sticky note, a reminder for myself that all spaces on that tile, because of the flooded passage, will cost 2 movement points. Otherwise, I will forget. Okay, here's our Hold Back the Darkness roll. And we rolled a 10, so we're good. All right, now we will activate in order, starting with Martin. And we'll roll for Martin's movement. And he rolled a 1. Okay, well, that will entitle him to get a grit token back, which is always good. And then he cannot move, though, because each of those spaces cost an extra movement point. So I guess he'll just stay there. And now what we can do in this room is it's on one of the encounter cards, it says that we can scavenge it 3 times. So that's pretty interesting. So that's what I think he'll do. He'll stay where he is. He's on both spaces. So he's going to scavenge in that room. And we'll get him a 3d6 roll and see if he can find anything. Okay, here's his roll. And he did. He's got 1 success. So that will allow him to draw a scavenge card. And we'll place a scavenge token down. And then we're going to shuffle up our scavenge deck, and then we will draw one and see what he gets. Okay. Here's our scavenge deck. We'll give that a cut. And Martin has found a hideous discovery. It's worth 10 XP. Poking around in the shadows, you see something that chills you to the bone. You quickly return to the group, refusing to speak of what you found. Take 3 horror hits that do 2 sanity damage each. All right, well, that's not good. All right, Martin has a willpower of 4, so that will allow us to roll 3 dice, and 1 for each of the horror hits, and see if we can cancel those. Okay, 4 or greater. Okay, here's his roll for willpower. And he was able to cancel all 3 of those, so we're going to take no sanity damage. That was pretty good. He'll earn 10 XP for the scavenge. And that'll bring Martin up to 50 XP. All right, now it's Lannie's turn to activate. We'll give a roll for movement for her. And she rolled a 2, so she'll move ahead 2. And I'm going to have her scavenge in the first room. Now that has not been successfully scavenged yet, so we'll get her 3 dice and see if she's successful. And she was. She has 1 6. So that's good. We'll get a scavenge card. All right, so that first room is successfully scavenged. Here's the scavenge deck. We'll give that a cut and see what Lannie finds. This time she finds another hideous discovery. Okay, she's going to earn 10 XP. Poking around in the shadows, you see something that chills you to the bone. You quickly return to the group, refusing to speak of what you found. Take 3 horror hits that do 2 sanity damage each. Not too lucky on the scavenging. All right, Lannie has a willpower of 4. So she'll be able to roll 3 dice, and for each 4 or greater, we can cancel those horror hits. Now, each of those are going to do 2 sanity damage to her. Okay, here is the roll. And she was able to cancel 2 out of the 3. So she's going to take 1 horror hit worth 2 sanity damage. All right, we'll mark her with 2 sanity damage. She has 2 out of a possible 10. And we're ready to start a new turn. We'll make our Hold Back the Darkness roll, and we should have our posse depth at 1 for the new room that we found. Okay, here is the roll. Rolled a 5, so that's a failure. We're going to move up our darkness by 1. That's at 1 now. Okay, now we're going to activate in order. That'll be Martin is first, and we'll make his movement roll. He rolls a 1 again. Okay, well, he does have a maximum grit with his cleaning up the west of +1, so that's a total of 3 maximum grit. So he could take the grit token. I think he will. I'll just have him take the full load of grit, and then we'll keep him where he is. He's not able to move because of the flooded room, and we'll just have him scavenge there again. We can scavenge that room up to 3 times. All right, Martin's at a full capacity of 3 grit, and we're going to have him scavenge in that room. This is the scavenge roll for Martin. And he does have a success. Okay, we got a 6. So that'll be another scavenge token there. That's the second out of possible 3. And we'll get our scavenge deck out. Give that a shuffle and a cut. Hopefully we can get something decent. Okay, here is the deck. We'll give that a cut. And Martin finds a hideous discovery. 3 times. He's going to earn 10 XP, and then he's going to take the 3 horror hits. He does have the willpower of 4 that he can roll, which is what he's going to do. We'll have him roll his willpower. Each 4 will cancel one of those. He has no successes. Well, Martin's going to spend 1 of his 3 grit, and he's going to re-roll that, I think. Okay, here's his re-roll. He still has no successes. Unbelievable. All right, well, we can't re-roll anymore, so he's going to take a total of 6 sanity damage. That's what it's going to be. 3 horror hits, each worth 2 apiece. That's 6 sanity damage. Whoa. Okay, Martin is at 6 out of a possible 10 sanity damage. Well, that's some terrible scavenge card draws. Very bad. All right, now Lannie is going to activate. We'll have her roll for movement. She rolled a 2 again. Lots of 2s. Okay, she'll move ahead. 1. And I'll have to check to see if she's able to actually enter that room with that flooded passage, or if that counts as a 2 movement points in that room as well. Yeah, it does. It says all movement on this tile. Well, that is a joint it shares on both, so she won't be able to move any farther than just 1. We've already scavenged this room, so she can't do that, and that's going to end the round. Okay, we'll roll to hold back the darkness. Rolled an 8, so we're good with that, and now Martin will activate for movement. And he rolled a 3. Okay, so he has 3 movement points. It's going to be slow going through this room. We're spending 2 movement points per square because of the flooded passage. So, okay, he's going to move here for 2 movement points. And I guess he'll try a scavenge there. There's 2 out of the 3 scavenge tokens. One left. Okay, he'll try and scavenge. And no success that time. That will end Martin's turn. We'll move on to Lannie. Have her roll for movement. And she rolled a 3. All right, I guess she'll move over here, and that'll be 2 movement points because of the flooded. And she'll try to scavenge there. Okay, here's her scavenge roll. She has a scavenge success. So we're going to get out that scavenge deck again and see if we can, in fact, get something good. Okay, here is the scavenge deck. And we'll give that a cut. And Lannie finds a small find, 10 XP and $50 in cash. All right, finally something good. And that room is completely scavenged now. There's 3 tokens in there, so we won't be able to do any more of that. But at least she earned a total of $50 plus 10 XP. And now we'll start another turn, and we'll roll to hold back the darkness. Rolled an 11, so we're good. And now we're going to activate Martin. See if we can get some better movement rolls. He rolled a 3, so all right, he's only got 3 movement points, of which we're going to be spending 2 for each square, so I guess he'll move the diagonal over here. He's not able to do any more scavenging, so his turn will end. And now Lannie will roll for movement. She rolled a 2, so she's able to move 1 space. And once again, no scavenging. We'll get a new Hold Back the Darkness roll. Very slow going. And we're successful in holding back the darkness. Martin will roll for movement. He rolled a 1, so that'll allow him to recover 1 grit. That'll bring him back to maximum grit of 3. And, well, I guess I'll spend that grit and have him roll an extra die for movement. That's the only way we're going to probably get through this. So we'll get a roll for an extra die for movement using that grit. He rolled a 5, so that will give him a total of 6 movement points. Okay, and he's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, wait, nope, that's not right. We've got 2 movement points per square. So we've got a total of 6 movement points. We can move 3 spaces. 2, 4, 6. That's correct. All right, now we'll roll for Lannie. Okay, her movement roll is 6, so I'll get her 3 spaces. 2, 4, and 6. And then we're going to start a new round. We'll roll to hold back the darkness. Rolled a 7, we're good. And then Martin will roll for movement. He rolled a 6. Okay, so he's going to move 2, 4, and then he's going to take a look down that passage and see what he sees. Now Lannie will roll for movement. And she's got 3 movement, total of 3 movement points, 6 movement points rather, with 3 squares in that space. So 2, 4, 6. She'll move right next to Martin, and then they're going to take a look down the path. And we take a look down and we find a rail tunnel. All right, let's get that out. All right, we'll place our exploration token, and then we're going to find out what we see in that room. Okay, it's got a total of 3 doors, 1 encounter, and it is a clue token. All right, that's great. So we found the first of our 2 clue tokens that we need, and there is going to be an encounter. There's 2 doorways. Here's the encounter. That one reads Dark Shadows. Encounter active darkness. The shadows in the far corners of the room seem to shift and roil in the darkness. As the lantern's light crackles and flickers, the shadows seem to be getting closer and closer with each flicker. Okay, we have to make a cunning 4+ test. Each hero will have to make a cunning 4+ test. If successful, gain 10 XP. If failed, take one horror hit that does D6 sanity damage. If any heroes failed this test, attacked, draw a threat as something emerges from the shadows. All right, so it's going to be important for us to try to pass this. I almost forgot. We were able to, with this previous card called Collapse Tunnel, we rolled turn left. Next time you reveal an exploration token, draw 2 extra and choose which to use. So we should actually have drawn 3 there and see which of those we want. Okay, an attack, a 1-door encounter, and a 3-door encounter with the clue. So I would have accepted that one. So these 2 are going to be gone. And we will end up doing that. So, all right, the Collapse Tunnel card that we used is discarded. Okay, so we're going to have to make a Cunning 4+ test. We'll start with Martin. Martin has a Cunning of 4. So he'll be able to roll 4 dice for this test. And hopefully he can pass this. He does have 2 grit. And he did pass it. He's got 1 6, just enough. So he was able to pass that, and he's going to gain 10 XP for his troubles. Now it's Lannie's turn. Lannie has a Cunning of only 2, so she's going to take only 2 dice to use. She's looking for a 4 or greater. Here's her roll. She did pass it. She's got a 2 and a 4, so we got lucky there. She's going to gain 10 XP. All right, that's great. All right, we're going to place that clue token that we've got on top of the depth track, and now we're going to roll for a new round for depth track. So our depth roll. Rolled a 7, so we're good. We've been doing fairly well with that. And now Martin will activate for movement. Okay, here is his roll for move. Rolled a 2. Okay, so we have to decide if we're going to take the north or the east passage. I guess we'll take the north. So I'll have Martin head over there. He's going to move 2 spaces. 1, 2. And I can have him do a scavenge roll, and I think I'll do that. I'll have him make a scavenge roll. He is successful. He's got a 6. So we're going to be able to get the scavenge deck out and see if we're able to find anything of any value. Okay, we've shuffled that. And whoops, he's over there. We'll give that a cut. And we'll see what we get. Martin finds Chilling Dread. Scavenge, 10 XP. What you find in the shadows only confirms the doom that awaits you all. Draw a Growing Dread card and add it to the stack. Ugh, okay. So he's going to get a Growing Dread card, and then he also earns, though, 10 XP. Okay, so we'll add a card to the Growing Dread stack. Our scavenge attempt is over. And now it is Lannie's turn, and she's going to roll for movement. She rolled a 5. Okay, we'll have her move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll have her enter that and have her take a look down the passage. All right, and she sees down there a campsite. Has an advanced encounter called Bandit Hideout. All right, we'll get that tile out and reposition the board. Okay, we'll place our exploration token, and we'll find out what we see in the campsite. Okay, there's an attack. Now there is a gate, but in this case the scenario rules indicate that that'll be treated as a door. So we have one doorway. Let's find out where that door is, and then we'll resolve what we have for the attack. We'll have a D6 roll to determine where the door is. A 1 to 3, it'll be to the left. A 4 to 6, it'll be to the right. Okay, the door is going to be to the right. We'll put an end cap on the left-hand side. All right, we'll see what attacks us. We get our low threat deck out. We'll give that a cut and find out what is in front of us. That is revealed to be 1 Hell Vermin. All right. All right, I'll bring the Hell Vermin sheet up on the screen. This is the model I've painted for the Hell Vermin. Okay, and he gets placed at the farthest end of the passage. All right, now this is a large creature, has an initiative of 6, and he has several abilities. Fear 2. A hero starting their activation adjacent automatically takes 2 horror hits. Regeneration 2. Heals 2 wounds at the start of each turn. Corruption Bite. Hell Vermin combat 2 hit rolls of 6. Also do, 1 corruption hit to the hero. And they're tough. Immune to critical hits. They have a move of 8. And they'll escape. An escape will occur on a 4 or greater. Their melee is a 4+. Combat 3 dice. Damage 4. They have a defense of 2 with 13 health. Okay, we'll start by rolling to hold back the darkness. And we roll double 5s. Okay, that's going to be a depth event. And that depth event reads Terrifying Shriek. A shriek of pain and suffering echoes through the mind, chilling you to the bone. Each hero in the mines immediately takes D6 horror hits. All right, we'll start out with Martin, and we'll see how many horror hits he's going to take. He's going to take 2, so he'll be able to try to defend against those. He has a willpower of 4, so he'll be able to roll 2 dice. On 4s or greater, we'll stop it. He was able to stop 1. 1 is going to get through. And Martin's sanity damage will go from 6 up to 7 out of 10. Okay, now it's Lannie's turn. We'll see how many horror hits she has to go against. 1. Okay, her sanity level is willpower is a 4+, so she can stop that on a 4 or greater. And she did. Okay, so she'll take no further damage. She's sitting with 2 sanity damage out of a possible 10. And now the models will activate in initiative order. All right, this is our ad hoc initiative track. The Hell Vermin has an initiative of 6. Martin has an initiative of 4, and Lannie has an initiative of 3. So we'll begin with the Hell Vermin. They have a movement value of 8. So he'll move 8 spaces directly towards Lannie because Martin is not in his line of sight in that position. So the only target he's going to have is Lannie. So he'll move 8 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Moving in back of her and attacking Lannie. Okay, the Hell Vermin has a combat value of 3, and they do have that corruption bite. So rolls of 6 will do 1 corruption hit to the hero as well. Okay, so here's his 3 dice. His melee value is 4+. And he was able to get 2 hits. One of them is a 6, which is a corruption hit. All right, so we'll place those on Lannie. And first step is Lannie is going to check to see if she can avoid that corruption hit. She has a willpower of 4+. And she did. She was able to avoid the willpower, the corruption point. But now there's 2 hits against her, and each of those are going to take 4 damage apiece. So she'll have a total of 8 damage against her. So she'll be able to roll 8 defense dice, and she'll be able to defend on a 4 or greater. That's not correct. She has 2 hits against her. She's able to roll 2 defense dice on a 4 or greater. We'll cancel one of those. But if both of those will get through, each of them will do 4 damage to her. So here's her defense roll. She was able to defend 1, but not the other. So she's going to take a total of 4 damage to health. All right, now Martin is going to activate. He'll roll for movement. Whoa, get that in the box. He rolled a 1. Okay, that'll allow him to recover a grit, which is good. And he'll move in a position where he can use his shotgun. So he wants to stay within 5 spaces, that's for sure. I'm going to have him just move straight out here. And he's going to fire his shotgun at that creature. His shotgun has a range of 5. He's going to use a D8 for this attack. He's going to hit on a 4 or greater. All right. Now, his shotgun has a critical on a 6, 7, or 8. Okay, here's his roll. 4 or greater is a hit. Rolled a 6, and that's a critical hit. Okay, it's a critical hit, but unfortunately, the Hell Vermin is a tough creature. It's immune to critical hits. So, that was a successful hit. He's going to do D8 for damage now. D8 for damage. The creature has a defense of 2. Okay, here is the roll. He rolled a 1. He's going to spend a grit, and he's going to re-roll that. That's a 5. Okay, 5 minus his defense is 2. The creature's going to take 3 wounds. Okay, we'll mark that Hell Vermin with 3 wounds. Now, that does have that regeneration ability, which is heals 2 wounds at the start of each turn. So, all right, now we'll move on to Lannie. Now, Lannie is adjacent to the creature. The creature has Fear 2. A hero starting their activation adjacent automatically takes 2 horror hits. So she's going to have to roll for defense. She defends on a 4 or greater with her willpower. And she was not able to defend either of those. So she's going to take 2 more sanity damage. That will bring her sanity total up to 4 out of 10. And now Lannie's going to roll for movement. She rolled a 2. Okay, she's going to try to escape. She has a special ability called Evasion. And that says that she's able to roll 2 dice for escape tests and pick the highest roll. So that's what she's going to try. She'll see if she can escape. The Hell Vermin's escape value is a 4+. So here's her. She can roll 2 dice now. Pick one. And she's got the 4, so that will allow her to escape. And she's going to move 2 spaces and then fire her hunting rifle. So she'll move 1, 2. And then she's going to use her hunting rifle. Now her hunting rifle, she's going to hit on a 4 or greater. Hunting rifle has 1 shot. It does +2 damage. Okay, here is the roll. She rolled a 1. Okay. Well, she has no grit remaining at this point, so we have no option on a reroll on that. It's just a plain old miss, and that's going to end that round. Now, the Hell Vermin has that regeneration ability, and it says here, heals 2 wounds at the start of each turn. So this coming turn, they're going to be able to heal 2 out of those 3 it has wounds for already. Okay, we'll start a new turn and hold back the darkness roll. Rerolled a 7, so we're good. Okay, the Hell Vermin is the first to activate, so it is going to utilize its regeneration ability where it's going to heal 2 wounds at the start of every one of its turns. So it's only got 1 wound on it now. And it's going to activate. Now it is currently disengaged from both characters, so it's going to roll now to find out which hero it's going to target. So we'll use Lannie as the odd and Martin as the even roll. Okay, it's even, so it's going to be targeting Martin. Okay, it's going to make its move. It has 8 movement points. So we'll move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's going to attack Martin. Okay, it's got a combat value of 3, so she'll be rolling 3 dice. And it's going to hit on a 4 or greater. Okay, it's got 2 hits, and one of those, the 6, is going to also produce a corruption. So we'll roll for willpower for Martin and see if he can forego that corruption hit. He has a willpower of 4. And he did. He's got that. Okay, and now the other set, there's 2 hits there. He'll be able to roll 2 dice. Now his defense is a 3+, so he's a lot better at defending. And he was able to defend both of those, so that's good. No damage will come to him. He is going to activate next, and he is in adjacent to the hell vermin. So I think what I'm going to have him do is, well, first of all, he has fear. The hell vermin has a fear ability, fear 2. A hero starting their activation adjacent automatically takes 2 horror hits. So he'll roll for his willpower and see if he can defend against those. It's a 4 or better. And he defended one of them, so he's going to take 1 sanity damage. He defended one of them. That will put his sanity damage at a total of 8 out of 10. Okay, so now he is going to see if he can escape. That wound is assigned to that hell vermin. He's going to try an escape test, and to escape from the hell vermin, it is a 4 or greater. Okay, he did not get that, so he can still roll for movement, but he can only regain a grit. He won't be able to move, and he doesn't. Okay, so he's going to fire his shotgun. He's going to be able to use a D8 on that, and has 1 shot. Okay, here is the roll. It's a 4. Okay, so he did get a hit. He's got a hit with the shotgun, and he'll be able to roll a D8 for damage, and the hell vermin has a defense of 2. Okay, here is the roll. He rolled a 7. Okay, 7 minus the 2 is 5, so it's going to take 5 wound damage. That brings it up to 6, and it has a health of 13. All right, so that will be the end of Martin's turn, and now we'll switch to Lannie. Okay, Lannie's going to roll for movement. She rolled a 6. Okay, so she's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then she's going to fire her hunting rifle. Her hunting rifle has a range of 12. It's 1 shot. She's going to hit on a 4 or greater. And if she does, the hunting rifle does +2 damage. Okay, here's the roll. And she did. She got a hit. So that's a hit on the hell vermin. And then the damage for that is going to be +2. And their defense is 2. So the roll will be as follows. A 2 +2 for the rifle -2 for the defense equals a total of 2 wounds. So that hell vermin now has 8 wounds on it out of a possible 13. And that's going to end the turn. So now we will continue on with the new turn, and we're going to roll for the depth roll. We rolled double 2s. Okay, that's a depth event. Okay, that depth event reads Dark Dread. Things are looking more and more bleak by the moment. Draw a Growing Dread card and add it to the stack. Okay. We're going to add another Growing Dread card to the stack. That's our second. And now the hell vermin is going to activate. He's next in line. He's already in attack position with Martin, so he's just going to roll his attack. He has a combat value of 3. Okay. And he rolled 1 hit, and that was a 6, so that's also going to do a corruption hit. So Martin will be able to roll for see if his corruption, if he can stop that with a willpower roll. He did not, so he will take a corruption hit. Now he's going to roll to see if he can forego the damage that creature will do on him. He has a defense of 3, so 3 or greater. And he did. He's got the 3, so that will stop any damage coming to him. He only took the corruption hit. Now we'll move on to, that hell vermin should have healed 2 points. It has that regeneration, so 2 of those points would have been healed prior to its start of its turn. Okay, so now, all right, well, Martin will activate, and he's going to roll for movement. He rolls a 5. Okay, he's going to try to escape, so we'll see if he can make an escape roll. He needs a 4 or better. And he did not, so he's locked into his position with that creature, and he's going to fire his shotgun. That's a D8 roll. Rolled a 5, so that's a hit. He's got the hit. And he will also roll a d8 for damage. Okay, now the creature has a defensive 2. Rolled a 5, minus the 2 is 3 more hits. So 3 wounds will go on. That will bring its damage total up to 9 out of 13. And that's going to end his turn. And now we'll roll for movement for Lannie. She rolls a 6. Okay, well, I think what we'll do is I'm going to move her over a little bit. 1, 2. And then she's going to fire her hunting rifle at the creature. Okay. Has 1 shot, and she'll hit on a 4 or greater. And she failed. She has no grit to re-roll, and that will end the turn. We'll hold back the darkness for a new round. And we got a 9, so we're good with that. The creature is going to use its regeneration ability. That'll heal 2 of its wounds. Brings it down to 7 wounds out of 13. And it is still locked in combat with Martin, so it's going to attack with 3 dice. And it got all 3 hits, and 2 of them are corruptions. Okay, we'll see if he's able to defend against that corruption. He has a willpower of 4. He defended 1 of them, so he's going to take 1 corruption hit. That's his second. And now he has to defend against 3 hits. His defense is 3+. He was able to defend 2 of the 3, so he's going to take 1 hit, and that's going to do 4 damage to him. So he's going to take 4 wounds from that. All right. So he's at 4 wounds out of 10, and he's at 8 out of 10 sanity damage. All right. And now Martin will activate. He's going to have to do his fear check that he has. He's going to take 2 horror hits. He'll be able to defend against those with a 4 willpower. He defended 1 of them, and the other one is going to get through. So he'll take an additional sanity damage. That brings him up to a total of 9 out of his possible 10 sanity damage. All right. Martin is going to roll for movement. Rolls a 6. Okay, so he's going to try to move, and before he does that, though, we'll have to see if he can escape the clutches of that creature. And he could not, so he's going to have to remain where he is, and he's going to fire that shotgun. That is a D8 to hit. Rolled a 1. Okay, I'm going to use a grit, and we're going to re-roll that. He rolled a 4. Okay, so that is a hit, and he's going to do D8 damage, and the creature has a defensive 2. Rolled a 6. Minus the 2, it'll do 4 wounds to the creature. That'll bring its wound total up to 11 out of 13. All right, and now Lannie will go. She is going to activate, roll for movement. Rolled a 3. She'll remain where she is, and she's going to fire her hunting rifle. Here's her roll. Rolled a 1. Okay, that's a miss. All right, so we're going to start a new round. We'll hold back the darkness. We rolled a 3, so we failed on that. That will move the darkness up 1 to number 2, and that's also going to give us a darkness card. So we'll draw that right away and see what that says. And that card is End of the Line. Accused of crimes after failing to make good on your promises, you are wanted. If the current mission is failed, every hero gains the wanted status as you are being hunted by the law remains in play. Well, we don't want to fail that mission, that's for sure. So we'll keep that out. I'll put that on the characters' cards so that we don't lose that. All right. And now the creature will activate. And it's going to do a heal from its regen of 2 points. And it's going to strike at Martin. Okay, it's going to roll 3 attack dice. And I guess that would be a hit there. Okay, so it's got 2 hits on Martin. One of them is a possible corruption hit. So we'll roll for his willpower on the corruption. And he was able to stop that. And now he's going to get a defense of 2. His defense is 3+, so he'll be able to roll 2 dice. And he was able to defend both of those, so that's good. All right, so no trouble there. Now Martin is going to activate. We'll roll for movement for him. He rolls a 5. Okay, so we'll see if he can escape from that creature. And that time he can, so he's got 5 movement points. I'm going to move him next to Lannie. 1, 2, 3. He'll move over here. And then he's going to fire his shotgun. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's within range. Okay, he's got a D8 with that. Roll a 4, so that's a hit. Okay, so now the shotgun is going to fire on, has hit that creature, and it has a defense of 2. Okay, here's the roll. Roll a 7 minus the 2 defense is 5. That's going to kill the creature, so that's great. It's going to do 5 more wounds to it, and it had a health of 13, so that's going to kill it. All right, that's great. All right, so the Hell Vermin has been killed. Now, I haven't been keeping track of the XP. I went back through the video and found out that Martin ended up accumulating 145 XP. Lannie ended up with 20 XP. So I'm going to award them that. Hell Vermin is gone. We'll get rid of this. And then we get to catch our breath. Okay, Martin activated during that turn, so he's going to be able to heal D3 wounds or sanity. He rolled a 1, so he'll heal 1 sanity. That brings his sanity level to 8 out of 10. Now, Lannie did not activate, so she's going to be able to roll a D6 and heal that much. She rolled 6. Okay, so I'm going to have her get rid of 3 wounds and 3 sanity. That brings her at 1 out of 11 health and 1 out of 10 sanity damage. All right. All right, now we get to draw, each of us will get to draw a loot card. Okay, we'll give that loot deck a cut. And the first one will be for Martin. Martin gets D3 Darkstone, 20 XP. All right, get a D3 out. And he is going to get 1 Darkstone. Okay, so he's got 1 Darkstone and 20 XP. Lannie is going to get, what's this? 20 XP, loot artifact. Draw an artifact card or a gear card if in another world. Okay, so let's see what the artifact is. That's interesting. That artifact card is Journal from the Alamo. +1 lore. Once per adventure, all heroes may recover 1 grit. It's worth $850 and it has 1 anvil. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, I had one oversight before this battle even started. We did have this advanced encounter called Bandit Hideout, and that should have been resolved before the combat, but I have no choice except to do it now. Bandit Hideout, encounter active trap. A small fire burns at the center of the room with bedrolls and crates of equipment surrounding it. This appears to be a campsite of some bandits. As you enter the room, you hear a click. Uh-oh. Okay, we're going to have to perform a Cunning 5+ test, and that's going to be all heroes. If passed, gain 20 XP as you find and defuse a booby trap. If failed, you don't spot the trap in time and set it off. A dynamite immediately explodes centered on your space. Then, all players will have to conduct a Luck 5+ test. If passed, draw 2 loot cards as you find part of the bandit's stash. Well, we're going to have to, I guess, resolve that now. It's going to be out of sequence, unfortunately, but we'll do that. Okay, we'll start out with the cunning test for Martin. He has a cunning value of 4. And he was able to pass that. He's got 2 successes, so no problem there. He's going to gain 20 XP. All right, and now Lannie will have to perform a cunning test. Her cunning is only a 2. Okay, here's her roll. She passed. She got a 6. So she's going to gain 20 XP, and then both players will have to perform a luck 5 plus test. Okay, Martin is going to check his luck. It's a 5 plus test. His luck is 3. Here's his roll. And he has not passed that. So he's not going to get any loot cards. I think I'm going to have him roll the grit with a grit token. I'm going to have him re-roll that. Okay. And he did get it. He's got a 6. So he passed that. He's going to draw 2 loot cards as he finds part of the bandit's stash. Okay, there's our loot deck. We'll give that a cut. And Martin's going to get 2 cards. Okay, first one is Darkstone Shard and 30 XP. Okay, that's good. And his second one is Cash, 20 XP and $50. Okay, that's good. Okay, now Lannie is going to take a luck test. She only has one luck of 1 though, so, and she has no grit. Okay, here's the roll. And she failed that, so no luck there. But Martin did get pretty good stash out of the bandits' hoard there. Okay, I think I'm going to end the video here. Before I do, I'll give you an update as to what we have here. Martin has a total of 305 XP, 2 shards of Darkstone. He's carrying 8 sanity damage out of a possible 10, 4 wounds out of a possible 10, 2 corruption, and he's got 75, 80, $95 in cash. Lannie has 100 XP. She's carrying 1 sanity out of 10, 1 health out of 11, and she has a total of $70 in cash. So when we return, the posse is going to continue on looking for that second clue token and the objective room. So I think since we're in this area here, they're probably going to push ahead and take a look through that, what lies beyond that doorway. All right, thank you very much for joining me at the Solo Gamers Club, and we will resume next time with Alone in the Shadows of Brimstone with Lannie and Martin. Thanks very much for watching, and have a good evening. I discovered in the post-editing process that there were 2 occasions where Martin should have been subject to the Fear 2 ability of the Hell Vermin. So we're going to take care of that right now. Following the battle, Martin healed 1 sanity, so I'm going to return that sanity back to him. And that would have been the conditions at the time that these, the Fear 2 rolls would have been, he would have had to undertake those. So we're going to make the willpower tests now, and we'll see if this has an effect, because it's very possible that Martin is going to go beyond his sanity level, and we'll have to use that revive token. Okay, so right now this will be the first of the 2 Fear 2 situations. So he's going to have to, he has the ability to roll his willpower, which his willpower is a 4. Now he does have the Bear Claw, which I have been kind of forgetting about, which will allow him to re-roll a single willpower roll. So, all right, here is the roll for Martin's first Fear. And he would have failed both of those. So we'll use the Bear Claw and re-roll that, see if there's a difference. There isn't. So that means that Martin would have gone insane. So in that case, we would have used our revive token, and that would have fully healed Martin at that point. And that is how the condition would be just before they took their catching the breath rolls. So he would have been fully healed at this point. So the revive token got burned, and that's kind of what I was fearing would happen when I saw this in the post-editing process. So we were going to commence the game on the next video, and the posse will have used their revive token.